Good morning, class. Before we dive into today's lesson, I'd like to kindly ask everyone to please turn on your cameras so we can all connect more personally. Also, to set a positive tone for our session, let's begin with an opening prayer. Let's take a moment to center ourselves.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
That was truly uplifting and meaningful. Now, let's do a quick check to ensure that everyone is present for today's session. Are there any absentees for today's session? Great! It's wonderful to see that all of you are here and ready for today's class. Before we proceed, I'd like to go over some important classroom rules to make sure we have a productive and respectful environment. I created a set of guidelines that I like to call the rule acronym, which stands for R, respect others and their ideas. U, uphold honesty and integrity in all our interactions. L, listen carefully when others are speaking. E, engage actively in class as much as possible. I believe these rules will help us build a positive and organized classroom environment where everyone feels heard and valued. Am I clear on that? Can I count on you to follow these guidelines? Awesome! Now, I know online classes can sometimes feel a bit monotonous, so let's shake off that fatigue and get our energy flowing. It's time for a quick energizer. We're going to play a game called Guess the Cartoon Character. The mechanics are simple. I'll flash an image of a popular cartoon character on the screen, and you have to guess who it is. Ready to have some fun and wake up those brains? Let's go! And now, let's move on to the first picture. So, can you guess who is this cartoon character? Alright, someone says Moana, someone says Patrick, but let's check your answers. Alright, it's SpongeBob! SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants! Alright, very good. So next slide or next image. So can you guess this cartoon character? Someone says it's Pussycat, someone says it's Moana again. But let's check your answer. It's Garfield, the orange cat. Alright, so the next slide or the next image, can you guess who is this famous cartoon character? He's huge. He's not big. He is big, but he is not big. He is huge. Yes. And someone says Hope, Incredible Hope. But let's check your answer. Oh, the correct answer is Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Alright. Thank you. That was fun, wasn't it? I hope you're all feeling energized and ready to tackle today's topic with a fresh mindset. Let's channel all that positive energy into learning something new today. Can you still remember what we have discussed last meeting? Great! That was an insightful idea coming from our very own students. Sit back, relax, and listen to the discussion. Now that you are all ready and energized, at this juncture, I will be presenting video presentation and you have to listen and watch carefully because later on, I will be throwing up some questions related to the video that you have watched. And here is the video.
Is it even a juicy burger if it doesn't come in its own box? Is it even a roll if it's not wrapped right? Is it even a meal if it doesn't come in its own tray? Is it even Chinese if it doesn't come in a wok box? Is it even a straw if it doesn't let the drink through? Food is an experience and your packaging makes it memorable. At Bizongo, we understand the experience you want to deliver. Choose from a wide range of unique food packaging solutions.
Alright, what an insightful video, isn't it? Now for your first question, what can you say about the video being presented earlier? Yes, it likely emphasized the importance of proper food packaging in preserving freshness and ensuring the safety of the food. Yes, since we are talking about proper food packaging, why is it important to have proper food packaging? Any ideas from the class? Yes, very good. Proper food packaging is crucial to maintain the food quality and prevent contamination in the food that we are going to consume. Now for your last question, how is packaging beneficial as a consumer? Now who has an idea to answer this one? Very good. Packaging protects food, preserves freshness, and offers convenience and provides essential information for the consumers for them to be properly informed in the food that they are eating.
Great job, students! You really had enjoyed watching and actively participating to the following questions. So right now, let's go and dwell more about the lesson for today. But before that, I am preparing for all of you for an activity called Healthy and Unhealthy. So right now, I am going to present pictures on the screen. So it is for you to identify and differentiate whether it is healthy or unhealthy. First one is, do you think it is healthy or unhealthy? That's great, and that's correct. It is unhealthy. Second one, we have, what do you think? Is it healthy or unhealthy? Very good. It is healthy. Third one. Let's check. Correct. It is healthy. Number 4. Is it healthy? Or is it not? Very good. It is unhealthy. Fifth one, or the number 5. Is it healthy or unhealthy? Very good. It is healthy. And number 6. Healthy or not? Very good. It is unhealthy. And for the number 7. Is it healthy? Very good. It is healthy. And for the last one, we have, very good, it is unhealthy. So that's it. Let's go on now to the questions. And now, what have you observed about the food pictures shown on the screen? Very good. The food pictures show a mix of healthy and unhealthy options, emphasizing differences in nutritional value. Second one, how can you determine if a food is healthy or unhealthy based on the picture being presented? Very good. A healthy food looks fresh and natural. Unhealthy food appears processed or high in sugars and fats. Let's go on to number 3. What is the purpose of food being packaged? Very good. Food is packaged to protect its preserve and its freshness and ensure safe handling and transport. Let's go on now to the number 4. What elements are included on the packaging and how do they benefit the consumers? That's right. Packaging includes ingredients, nutrition facts, and expiration dates, helping consumers make informed and safe choices. Earlier, we talked about food packaging. And so now, let's go deeper about what's in food packaging. So, we have the reading of food label. But before that, what is food label? A food label is a vital tool that provides consumer with important information about a certain product. It helps people make information choices about what they eat and ensures transparency from manufacturers. Let's break down the key components of a food label. First one is name and food description. This includes the product name and a brief description of what it is. It helps consumers understand the nature of the product. For example, this Awishi, and its name is the Awishi, and its description. It's savory prawn flavored crackers made from tapioca starch.
Now let's move on to the next part, which is the nutrition fact. So it is a detailed breakdown of the nutritional components of a food or a beverage. So this is designed to inform consumers about its health implications. Now this information is usually found in the packaging or the nutrition facts label of the packaging of the food. So this is the nutrition facts label. Now making it accessible for the decision making while shopping or preparing meals. Now this one right here, this part right here is an example of a nutrition fact. So we have 5 components of a nutrition fact. The first one is we have serving size. The serving size indicates the amount of food that the nutritional information is based on. For example, this pack right here is 30 grams and this one is 1 serving size. Now the bigger version of this one is maybe around 90 grams, so it is around 2 to 3 serving size. So why is it important? Because it helps compare similar foods and adjust the data if you eat more or less than the specified amount. Now next one, our next component is we have calories. Calories is the total energy that the food provides per serving. So it helps us track energy intake to maintain, lose, or gain weight. So the bigger the calories you intake, the more chances you are going to gain weight. The third one is macronutrients. So macronutrients, these are the proteins, the carbohydrates, the fats, and all other nutrients needed in our body. So the fats, for example, the fats, it provides energy and supports cell functions. So it includes the saturated fats, the unsaturated fats, and the trans fats. So that is the third one, the micronutrients. And the next one, or the fourth one, is micronutrients. So these are the vitamins. For example, the vitamin E, vitamin D, and the minerals, for example, the calcium, the iron, and all other essential things for our overall health. Now, these are required in smaller amounts but are vital for our bodily functions. And the last one is we have the daily value. So the daily value indicates how much of each nutrient a serving contributes to the average daily experiment. For example, 20% daily value of iron means 1 serving provides 20% of the iron you need in a day. So a general guide that I'm going to give is 5% or less is too low for that one. And the 20% or more is too high for that one. And in general, it is very important for us to look at the nutrition facts because it helps us monitor our diet and aligns it with our health goals, such as weight management, improving our energy levels, and addressing food nutrient deficiencies. And also, it provides a way to compare different products to choose for a healthier options based on the factors that is indicated at the nutrition facts label. Next one, let us proceed to the third one, which is called advisory warning signals. So this on food label serves as a critical alert to consumers about potential health risks or important considerations related to a product. So these warnings are mandated by food safety regulations to promote transparency, safeguard public health, and help individuals make informed dietary choices. Now they are especially important for protecting individuals with allergies, sensitivities, and other dietary restrictions. Now this highlights ingredients or conditions that may pose risks, ensuring that consumers can avoid harmful reactions or unintended health consequences. It empowers individuals to make choices aligned with their health needs, whether avoiding allergens, managing medical conditions, and adhering to dietary preferences. Now this one right here is an example of advisory warning signals. This part right here. So some of the allergen warning signals includes these warnings. Number 1, allergen warnings. So it identifies the presence of allergens like nuts, dairy, soy, gluten, and shrimps. This, for example, this is a prawn cracker. So this one right here includes shrimp. So those people who are allergic to seafoods can avoid this food because of the warning that it has a shrimp content in the product. Next one is we have the health or safety warnings as stated right here. It indicates the risks are associated with consuming certain ingredients. For example, knowing that this is a junk food, of course, it is high in sodium. So if you excessively intake sodium, it can increase blood pressure. And for the last one, special ingredient notices. So this highlights the use of substances that may concern some consumers. For example, contains artificial sweeteners. In this case, these don't have sweeteners. Or for example, contains caffeine. The products which is all about energy drinks, the coffee products, and all other such products. Now, it is very important to know that one because if you are going to intake something, you should know what is inside it for you to be informed in your health decisions. And for the last one, we have preparation or the storage warnings. So it guides proper usage or storage to avoid health hazards. For example, you are going to cook thoroughly before consumption. And in this case, it is a junk food, so it is a readily available food in the market.
And now, moving on to the next one, the directions for use and storage. The directions for use and storage instructions on food labels are crucial for ensuring that consumers use the product correctly and keep it in optimal condition. These sections are particularly important for preserving the quality and safety of the food and for guiding consumers on how to prepare or consume it. Directions for use on food labels provide clear instructions on how to properly prepare, cook, or consume the product. This section ensures that consumers know the correct method for handling the food, whether it requires cooking, heating, or special preparation. It may also include serving sizes or recommended pairings. So the storage instructions, it guides consumers on how to restore or store the product to maintain its freshness and safety. This can include temperature recommendation, for example, refrigerate after opening, expiration dates, and whether the product should be kept in a cool, dry place or frozen. Proper storage prevents spoilage and ensures the food stays safe to consume.
And now, class, let's dig in about the date marking. So date marking includes the manufacturing date, the expiration date, or or the date best before date. So this information helps ensure the product is consumed within its safe and optimal period. So first, what is manufacturing date and why it is so important? So manufacturing date is when the product was manufactured, being packaged, and deemed ready for sale and use. And based on the picture shown in the screen, the manufacturing date was being printed and stamped on the product packaging to give full transparency to end consumers about the product's age. Next, we have the expiration date. So the date after which something is no longer acceptable or valid or should no longer be consumed or used. So why is it important to know or to avoid eating expired food? So eating expired food can have various potential effects depending on the type of food, how long it has been expired, and its storage conditions. And here are the possible effects of eating expired foods. First, we have the mild effects. So mild effects can be unpleasant taste and texture of the food. Expired food may have a sour taste or a bitter or stale taste and an unappealing texture. And next, we have the moderate effects, which includes here the digestive discomfort, such as the mild stomach upset, the bloating, or the diarrhea. And last one, we have the severe effects, which is the food poisoning of expired food. And now, class, I hope you understood all the lessons being discussed by the teachers earlier. So with that, I have some simple questions to ask for you to answer. So first question, why is it important to check both the ingredients list and the allergen information in a food label before making a purchase? That's correct. Checking the ingredients list and allergen information helps avoid harmful substances, ensures the food meets dietary needs, and prevents allergic reactions. For our second question, why is it important to be able to read and understand a nutrition facts label? Very good! Reading a nutrition facts label helps you make healthier food choices by understanding calorie count, nutrients, and serving sizes. For our third question, what do you think might happen if a product's storage instructions are not followed correctly? Can you think of any potential consequences for health or product quality? Indeed, your answer is correct. If storage instructions aren't followed, the product may spoil, lose nutritional value, or become unsafe to consume, leading to foodborne illnesses or reduced quality. For our fourth question, how do advisory and warning statements on food labels contribute to consumer safety, especially in products with small children at home? Excellent, your answer is very correct. Advisory and warning statements alert consumers to potential risks, such as choking hazards or allergens, ensuring safer use of products, especially in households with young children. And last, number, why do food labels include directions for use, and how can they impact the consumer experience and the success of using a food product? That's correct. Directions for use ensure proper preparation and enhance the consumer experience by guiding correct usage. And now, class, let's have our activity. And for me to assess whether you truly understand the lesson discussed earlier, we will be doing an activity which is titled Food Enthusiast. What is this food enthusiast? Creating your own food and label. You will design and produce a food product, ensuring it includes all the necessary labels required for a food product in compliance with food safety and marketing standards. So here are the instructions upon making this activity. Create a product. Design an original food product. For example, snacks, drinks, and a dish. Second, label requirements. Product name and description. You should choose a catchy name and provide a clear product description. Next, the nutrition facts. Include accurate nutritional information per serving. Next, we have the advisory and warning statements. Include allergy warnings and health advisories. Direction for use and storage. Provide clear instructions for consuming and storing the original product that you have made. Next, we have the date markings of the product. Include a best before or expiration date of the product. And the third instruction, design the label. Use software or hand-drawn methods to create a visual, appealing, and professional label. Next, the presentation. Present your product and explain the level components to the class. Lastly, we have the format. You may utilize this blank format below, shown in the screen. And now class, for the rubrics, it is clearly shown in the screen that the scoring system is like this. When you get the excellent product, it is equivalent to 4 points. For good product, is equivalent for 3 points. And for the satisfactory product, you will receive 2 points. And lastly, for the product that is really need to improve, will receive the lowest score, which is the 1 point. And that's all for our activity.
Smarter and wiser.
And now for us to assess your learning and understanding for this lesson, we are going to give you an assessment.
Our assessment has 2 parts, the multiple choice part and the essay part.
And now for our multiple choice, we are going to give you 1 minute for you to answer each question. So right now, let's start. Number 1.
And now for the second part, which is the essay part, we will flash questions here and we will only give you 10 minutes to answer each question briefly. And here are the questions.
Alright, I know all of you did great during the evaluation earlier. And now, to enhance your learning, I am going to give you an assignment. Now, it is entitled Create a Slogan. Now, basically, you are going to create a slogan about the importance of food labels. Now, listen very carefully for the instruction. Number 1, think about the role of food labels play in making healthy and informed food choices. Number 2, create a short, catchy slogan with 5 to 10 words that highlights the importance of reading and understanding food labels. Number 3, use creative techniques such as rhymes, alliteration, or imagery to make your slogans memorable. Number 4, ensure your slogan communicates a clear and positive message about the value of food labels in promoting health. And lastly, number 5, write your slogan in a clean sheet of paper or design it digitally and decorate it with illustrations or visuals that supports your message. And after the instructions, these are your criteria. And now, don't you worry because I am going to give you a copy of the instructions and the criteria in the Google Classroom. So what are you waiting for? See you next week and bye!